Again, let's get to play Drugopoly. I am Andrew Salvas, remember, a Nigerian and a pharmacist. I'm here with 4 of my friends. To my right,
I'm Udeme, a makeup artist.
Hi, I'm Winifred, I'm a student.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, I'm a student.
Hi, I am Ayo, I am a photographer.
so you know there are 2 ways to play Drugopoly. You could do a time trial, so you play for a stipulated amount of time, and at the end of the time, the person with the highest number of investments and highest number of cash put together wins the game. Of course, you could also play the other way. You let it run out until everybody goes bankrupt except the last person who becomes the winner. But for today, we're going to do a time trial. So we're playing for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, whoever is left with the highest amount of investment, the highest amount of money altogether wins the game. So now let's see the components of Drugopoly. I'm just going to run through them right away. Here, this is 50 naira notes, and we have 400 of them, 450 naira notes. There are 100, there are 300 100 naira notes, and then there are 200 200 naira notes, 100 500 naira notes, and 50 1000 naira notes. So altogether, Drugopoly runs an economy of 190,000 naira. And here we have 3 mailbox cards. First of them is the hospital mailbox. Then there's the mailbox card, and there's the court mailbox with Nigerian police logo in front of it. And as well, we have a number of companies, 17 companies across the board, and each company has a card right here. And these are the pawns, and here the chips. So let's go. So the rules. At the start of the game, every player receives a startup capital of 30,000 naira in this order: 10 notes of 1,000 naira, 20 notes of 500 naira, 30 200 naira notes, 40 100 naira notes, and 50 50 naira notes from the budget director, which will be, for today, yours truly. Each player is required to roll the dice in turn. Playing a 6 is required to start, that is a 6 in 1 die. Once a 6 is played, the player puts the pawn on the start box, counts the number of boxes corresponding to the number on the other die, and places the pawn there. Each player collects 100 naira every time he passes the start box. If the pawn lands on the company box, the player, if interested in buying the property, pays 100 naira for each circle and places a chip on it. For a monocom, that is a company box with only 1 circle, the player, after paying the 100 naira to the budget director, shall be entitled to the company card corresponding to that company. For a diecom, a company with 2 circles, an interested player on landing there pays 100 naira and places his chip or her chip on one of the circles. If the same player lands there again before any others, he pays another 100 naira to the budget director and the company is his. However, if another player lands there before him, they are to compete for the property by rolling the dice. The player with the highest number wins the company and refunds the 100 naira to the other contender. For a tricom, a company with 3 circles, an interested player on landing there pays 100 naira to the budget director and places his chip on it on one of the circles. If he succeeds in landing there a second time, then he owns the company in principle, but cannot yet collect any royalty until he succeeds in landing there a 3rd time and pays another 100 naira to the budget director. If he does this, then he is entitled to the company's card corresponding to the company. However, if 3 different players put a chip each, they are to compete for the company as in rule 8 above. The winner gets the company and refunds the 100 naira to each of the contenders. Any landing on a company which is owned by another player shall attract royalties as follows: monocom 50 naira, diecom 100 naira, tricom 150 naira. And don't forget, monocom is company with 1 circle, diecom 2 circles, tricom 3 circles. And this shall be paid to the company owner for every landing. No royalties to be made if the company is vacant or not completely owned by any player. If a player lands on a box and is directed to go to the hospital, he is to pick a card from the hospital mailbox and respond as directed by the card he picks. The same applies for court mailbox and mailbox. If a player lands on the hospital or prison box, he is to continue. If a player goes bankrupt, that is, he no longer has any money to continue, then he is out of the game. However, if he owns a company, he will be able to borrow half the sum indicated on the company's card. becomes bankrupt again before he's able to repay the loan, then he loses the company, removes his chips, and the company becomes available to be acquired. If he has another company, he can take another loan as in Rule 14 above. This continues until the player loses all his companies, after which he is out of the game. The player left when others go bankrupt wins the game.